I've got a couple of trusty assistants in the corner, Dylan and Nick. But for many, many years, when I was feeding the crocodile, I used to have a character here named Phil. And Phil didn't actually even work in the reptile section, he did maintenance around the park. Very dependable, very reliable fella, and deep in my heart I knew if anything went wrong, Phil would be happy to risk his life in order to save me. Not sure about these two. Now, to tell you the truth, when I hop into this enclosure, when I glance around, I can almost see Phil standing in the corner. Now, and I always have a quick think of him whenever I come into the crocodile. Righto, now, a little bit about this animal. Elvis is 4.75 metres in length. Now, if you're a tradie, that's about 15 feet 8. Now, he's weighs about 500 kilos. And to tell you the truth, it's very difficult to weigh this animal, very hard to get him to stand on a set of scales. So you really only get two opportunities. When he arrives, we drop him in on the end of a crane, 474 kilos. Now his shoulder blades were visible, he had a few ribs sticking out. Today I reckon he weighs a bit over 500 kilos. Now as far as age goes, once again, guesswork, this animal wasn't captive bred, he was a wild caught animal. Now we didn't actually catch him to put on display here, he was taken out of Darwin Harbour for being a problematic animal. Now that means he hadn't quite killed anybody, but he was getting fairly close. So, policy in the Northern Territory is to remove problematic animals. They end up translocating them to crocodile farms. Now that's usually a kind of luxurious life of retirement for a big male. Endless numbers of females, and your job is to impregnate the females. Pretty good life if you're a big old male crocodile.
Hell yeah, brother.
This one, however, a little bit different. He wasn't interested in the female crocs at all. Well, he was. He was interested in decapitating them. He would grab them by the head, literally swing them backwards and forwards and take their heads off. So, after he killed a couple, he was banished to the back blocks of the crocodile farm and never to see a female again. Now, we don't breed crocodiles here. It's too cold this far south, and we organised to take this animal. We wanted a very big, very aggressive animal, and sure enough, we got one, that is for sure. Now, the longer he's been here, the more dangerous he becomes, and I'm really not kidding. When he first arrived, he was a little bit shy, he didn't quite know what was going on, but 15 years later, this animal knows absolutely everything about staff, he knows every inch of the enclosure, he knows everything about you. That makes him far, far more dangerous. To a certain extent, we need to change the way we feed him periodically. If we don't, he knows the routine better than we do. Before you know it, you become the animal's lunch. Now, if he grabs you, he's killed you. If it's an alligator, maybe we can give it a bit of a hammering on the head and it might let you go. He won't let you go. If he grabs you on the hand, he will take you into the pool. Right into the middle there, that's the deepest part. He can just drop to the bottom and hold his breath until you're drowned. Now I'm sure some of you are about to tell me later on how long you can hold your breath. You might be a free diver. Oh, fantastic. No. This animal can hold his breath with you in his jaws for well over 60 minutes, no problems at all. If he doesn't have you in the jaws, if he's just electing to sit on the bottom, you can stay there for 5 to 6 hours without taking a single breath. Sometimes you sit on the bottom for 2 or 3 hours, he comes up, doesn't even breathe, he just comes up, has a quick look and drops back down again. Now I'm going to try and get him to demonstrate a couple of his hunting techniques for you today. The first one, I'm going to try and bring him out of the water a little bit and show you how quickly he can strike. Now crocs actually strike sideways, not forwards. After we've done that, we might put him into a jump position, see if we can get him to jump up a little bit for you. Righto. Now as he comes through the water, just have a look. There's no indication whatsoever on the surface that a half-ton animal is passing by. His whole body has evolved for stealth. All those little scales on the back, scoots or off the earderns, they're slightly offset. So when he swishes the tail, they set up opposing vortexes or whirlpools, if you like. Each one cancels out the previous one. The result, no bow wake, no stern wake as he moves through the water. And we can see him very clearly, but if we were in the Northern Territory, zero visibility, highly muddy water. That now you can see these animals to sneak up very, very close to potential prey. They've got no idea that the animal is there. Right.
That's fine.
Right, come on. Now, I'll bring him to the edge. I don't want him to walk all the way out, but what we will do is bring him out a little bit, and if you're lucky, when he tries to hit the pig leg, I'm going to move it a little bit. If you're lucky, you'll hear his jaws go off. If he doesn't do it here, he generally does it when we're jumping. So, you're going to come up. Now, he's just cracked the water, he's opened his little strike eyes, he's got a couple of sets of eyelids. So, he's content that it's a nice piece of food. He knows me fairly well. So, out he comes, and he's bigger than he looks, isn't he? He's a lot bigger than he looks. Alright, come on, come on.
Oh!
Now, he is a little bit more serious now. You can take that piece. Right, in your hot, mate. Oh, and a bit of a trunk for you as well. Right, down the hatch it goes. Now, here's a magnificent looking animal. Across the top end of Australia today, I'm not exaggerating, there wouldn't be more than about 500 animals this size. Very, very few males get to this size. We estimate that it's about 1 in 50,000 hatchlings that turns into this. When they emerge from the egg, they weigh about 75 grams, 15, 17 centimetres long, and at that size, everything can eat you. Birds eat you, fish eat you, mud crabs grab you, and your biggest threat is cannibalism. Crocodiles have a nasty old habit of eating smaller crocodiles. Righto. Now notice how he's changed. He's not hiding anymore. He doesn't care that you can see him. There's no point in being stealthy now. So he's above the water, and he's going to come around into this position. Now these guys jump in the wild, they quite literally leap out of the water, and they might grab onto a branch. And if they're very lucky, there's something sleeping in the branch. Now it might be a flying fox, it could be a magpie goose, or a big old possum sitting up there. Perfect for him. Now, the way they do it generally is straight down, straight up. Now this tool's been designed to stop him from jumping so he can mow the lawn, but he's a highly adaptable creature, and he's learned very quickly you don't need deep water. You stand on the edge of the pool, you can boost yourself up. You ready, El? Let's go, mate. Ready? Come on. Let's go. Alright. Now, that is a big hit of the jaws, isn't it? Alright, come on, mate. Now, he does. He absolutely adores doing this. And as you can see, he's putting in a little more effort than is required. This is where I get to choose which trusty assistant runs over here and grabs that piece of food. Yeah, Phil would have done that. Phil would have run over and done that. Alright, now. Now. Yeah, I know you see. Alright, now. Righto. You can open your mouth for me. Come on, mouth open. Mouth open. You're going to do it sideways. Come on, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh! Beautiful. Excellent stuff. Right. Oh, he's going to crunch it, I think. Straight down the hatch. Right, there you have it, guys. That's how we feed him. Take that as a warning. Don't fiddle around with crocodiles. If you're on a holiday at the top end, don't hear them. And it's actually very easy to not be eaten by a saltwater crocodile. Very, very dangerous in the water, at the water's edge, and the first 10 metres back. If you're not in that position, very little chance you're going to come proper with a crocodile. Alrighty, now we've got a few things coming up this Savo. 1 o'clock, I'm going to pop down to these Tasmanian devils. 1:30, we're going to come back here, and I'll try and get into jumping.